Good afternoon, class. Today we are going to review budgets and what they are and create one in Excel. Budgets are estimations of revenue and expenses over a specified future period of time. They are compiled and reevaluated on a periodic basis, which means that once you get actual numbers and you can compare 1 month of actual expenses to your budget, you can adjust your income, your expenses, how much money you want to put into savings, different things within your budget at that point in time. Budgets can be made up for a person, a family, a group of people, a business, a government, a country, a multinational organization, or just about anything else that makes and spends money. For today's class purposes, we're going to focus on an individual. Now, a budget is an internal tool used by management and is often not required for reporting to external parties. Now, today for class purposes, we're going to create a budget for Bud Jetson. So let's go up here to the top of our spreadsheet and let's type in Bud Jetson monthly budget. Now for today's purposes, we're going to estimate Bud's monthly income at $2,000. So let's go ahead and put income up here, tab over to the next cell, type in 2,000. And as you notice, the 2,000 does not have a comma or decimal points. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight that cell with our mouse. We're going to right click on the cell, come down here to Format Cells, and we're going to go to the number category right here. We're going to add the 2 decimal places, but also we're going to click on the box for the thousand separator. We're also going to add the red font color for negative numbers and also the parentheses around a negative number. Once we've highlighted those, let's go ahead and click OK. And as you can see, the number has changed to include a comma to separate the thousands and also the 2 decimal places. So let's go down here. Now what we have learned is that expenses with an individual can include fixed expenses and variable expenses. So some of our fixed expenses that we had discussed in previous classes were our mortgage payment, our car payment, car insurance, and also our cable bill. Now some of our variable expenses were some of our utility bills as far as electric, water and sewer, garbage, phone. Also our food can be variable. So let's go ahead and type in some of our fixed expenses. So let's go ahead with our mortgage payment. And for today's class purposes, we've already set what the amounts are for the budget as far as the expenses and the income, as you can tell in the handout. So let's go ahead and put our mortgage payment in for $450. Now as you can see, the formatting did not follow this cell. So what we need to do is we need to come up here to the $2,000 where we set the formatting and click copy. And then we're going to come down here. We're going to highlight this cell, but also the cells below it, so we can add the formatting to all the cells below. So let's go ahead, and as you can see, you can just paste the formatting, which is right here on the bottom of the options. So what that will do is just paste the formatting, which included the decimal places and the number formatting. So let's go ahead and click that, and as you can see, the $450 now matches the same formatting as 2,000. So let's go ahead and enter our car payment, which is $250. Go ahead with our car insurance. And as you can see as I'm typing, not all of the words are able to be seen. So let's go ahead and go to the top of our spreadsheet here between A and B, columns A and B, and let's get the crossbar. One easy way to expose all of the words is to double click it. So as you can see, when I double click, the cell widens enough so all of the words are able to be seen. So let's continue with our expenses. We have our cable bill, comes in at $25 a month. We also have our electric bill. Oh, I misspelled that. So let's go back and fix that. Electric comes in at $75. Now we can take our water and our sewer input in next. And that expense is going to be $60 a month. So let's go ahead and add our garbage bill, and that's $50. Our phone is estimated at $50. Now we have an entertainment expense. An entertainment expense can be anything from our going out to the movies, eating out, our morning coffee, anything like that. So we've went ahead and estimated that at $150. Then we have our food bill, which comes in at about $200. And that includes like our grocery bill and anything from the grocery store. So let's go ahead and we need to auto sum these. We need to add up all of the numbers in these cells. So an easy way to do that is with auto sum. So let's go over here to the top right of the toolbar under the Home tab, click Auto Sum here, and as you can see it highlights B4 through B13. So that gives us a sum of those cells. So if we go ahead and hit enter, you can see the expense came down here to $1,370. So let's go ahead and put the total expense title there, and let's go ahead and bold both the total expenses and the income at this point. You can bold it by coming up to the top toolbar here under the Home tab and clicking the capital B for bold. Then we're going to type in our monthly savings. Now what we have learned before in our budget is that we do not want to carry over any cash from month to month. So we want to either put that into our savings account or adjust our expenses that maybe we can pay more on our mortgage payment or our car payment. So what we need to do here is we need to enter a formula by hand for our monthly savings. So what we're going to do is we're going to put an equal sign, take our income, and subtract our monthly expenses. So that gives us $630 into our monthly savings. So we're going to italicize that and we're going to bold that up here on the Home tab on our toolbar. So right now we can go ahead and save our budget, and every month we can go in and evaluate to see if we need to adjust our expenses, our sewer, or if our income, if we get a raise at work, we can adjust our income. And that, class, is how we do a simple budget on Excel. Is there any questions today, class? Seeing no questions, let's move on to our next lesson.